Rabling Nenden Bad Sange Shindu Mikte Yoar Joku Nanda Shingla Jupasho Iram Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niriatayam Sange Chodang Soki Chokama Jongshu Vardu Dakni Kapsu Chi Daki Chunyin Gipe Tsunam Ki Jola Penjir Sange Jupasho Sange Churang Soki Chokam Jongshu Vardu Dakni Kapsu Chi Daki Chunyin Gipe Tsunam Ki Jola Penjir Sange Jupasho Sange Churang Jongshu Vardu Dakni Kapsu Chi Daki Chunyin Gipe Tsunam Jola
Yay!
Yay.
I hate homework. Yay!
Yay, me too. Okay. Make this quick and painless.
Let's go.
All right, Stanley. I'm excited. Let's hear some answers. According to our text, how many years after the Buddha passed would Arya-Nagarjuna come?
200?
200 and 700.
250.
900. 600.
900. No.
Okay, well, it's 200. I think Betts Greer got it. Who would come after Lord Maitreya to spread the teachings further?
Wordsmith.
Correct.
Yonsei.
Yonsei?
Who is that?
I think she means Yuanzi. No.
Oh, Yuanzi. I was just trying to be funny. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, he did, but he wasn't predicted.
Asanga and Vasubandhu.
Yes.
Two brothers.
Brothers. Very good. And according to our text, what was the state of the Buddhist teachings at this time? Maybe that time? I don't know.
Which time?
Unified.
The time in question 2.
Unified.
Oh, there's no debate between middle way and middle way.
Okay, yeah, Bets in Sanskrit for fun.
Oh,
You're not Bets.
I don't know.
Okay, Stanley, you're Bets.
Ekasara? I forgot.
Ekarasa.
Ekarasa. Yes, Alison is right.
Okay, Stanleyson, you got it as a team.
Yeah.
A single song. Now we're gonna have fun with Tibetan numbers. Yay!
Oh my God.
Okay, anybody, what does Lo Ni Kya Lun Pe Oktu mean? What? No one?
Up to 200 years?
What was that?
Up to 200 years?
Close. Try again.
Just over 200 years?
Yeah, pretty much. Fine. 200 years after that.
Oh, no, yeah.
After 200 years had passed, yeah, like later. Oak meaning like down the line, I guess. Okay. Lo Gupkya Lunpa.
After 900 years.
900 years.
Yep. Okay, the fun continues. One more. Lotongi Dunrol.
10,000 years earlier?
Tong is not 10,000.
1,000?
3 is
700.
Nope, the wrong dun. Between you and Nick, you have the right answer.
Oh, 7,000. Yeah.
Nope. Nick, what did you?
1,000 years earlier.
Hey, word, they should be paying you money.
Everyone should pay me money.
No,
Yeah.
he's rich enough.
Oh, that's the first thing I said. That's what I originally said.
You said 10,000 first. I
Oh,
heard.
then I said 1,000 years before. You're right. The first thing I said was it.
it.
What's
Okay,
10?
he got it at some point. I didn't hear him or something.
He's trying to save money, word.
Yeah.
And that's my homework. Woo!
Yay!
Hey, word.
Woo! Take it away, Geshe Michael.
Daddy rich bucks.
That's Warbucks to you.
All right, let's start here.
Clean share, clean share.
Did it work?
Try again. I just stopped my share.
Oh, okay. Let me try. Good?
Yes, sir.
Yay.
Okay, please read, and Bats is checking you.
Okay, that's tentu kyorbe kunshi tseni ji tabu shena tela tenkyor kunshini.
Beautiful.
Cool. You can read that.
So what do we say is the definition of the kunshi, the basis part of the kunshi?
Yeah, which is not the seeds. Everything else, right?
The other stuff.
Yeah.
The unripened seeds, I guess, right? And yeah, which
Planted, yeah.
that is the basis part of the kunshi. Taylor.
Yeah. So the kunchi is divided into how many parts?
2.
The refrigerator and the seeds, right?
Yes.
So can you tell us what's Tsongkhapa says, hey, you guys want to know what is the definition of the refrigerator? And then he gives this verse. Now basically, you guys, we're gonna hear everything we heard in the first 3 years again. And I don't mind because I didn't understand half of it anyway. I think it's a very interesting process. It's like we finished sophomore year in college, and now we're going to do sophomore year in college again. And supposed to be, we're going to get very good at the sophomore year, because basically we're going to do it again for a couple of years. Okay.
Right.
So if you don't know mind only by the end of this, then you are mindless only. Okay.
Okay.
Let's read the English. Jenny Wang, who is our very kind sponsor of the mixed nuts. Where are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you read this English? Slow.
Okay.
Manda.
Okay, thank you. The part of foundation consciousness, which act as a basic in focus on the objects, the person, and the propensities.
Yeah.
It sees, but it doesn't know. It is karmically natural and linked only with the fine of contact and the rest.
Okay, here we go. Please read this part word, and who's checking you? Seiji, yay!
All right, Seiji, let's do this. Shepe, tunno, 태양, mikpa, nampa, ngo, jokte, shi, rikparjate.
Okay, cool. The tseni up here, okay? The tseni of the refrigerator kunchi is done where?
Is is taught, is presented.
In where?
In,
In this verse.
yeah, above. We just
Yeah. You want the definition? Here's the definition. It's in the verse. Okay. That's all. And now this definition covers 4 different aspects of the refrigerator. Number 1.
Objects.
Yeah, what it's looking at. Number 2.
Its aspect.
Yeah, like what is it thinking about? Number 3.
Its essence.
Yeah, like what's it made of? What's the refrigerator made of? And number 4.
Its besties.
Yeah, who's its besties? Yeah. And with these 4, here's an instrumental, right? With these 4 topics, we're going to understand the refrigerator, okay? All right, now the first one gets divided into A, B, and C, and this is very, very famous and very controversial. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Vimala is checking you, right, Vim?
Okay.
Okay, just yell at him.
Give me heck. Mikyo sutra piro rekchate tunga. Mik nawa che luki wangpo ngai semchen. Tang tak tang chu kun takbe ngo ni la ngun par shenpe hak chak tang sumla mik.
Yeah, now it gets a little controversial, okay?
All right.
What is the refrigerator looking at? Okay. What is the refrigerator looking at? Okay. Well, first of all, the dunga.
5 objects of the sense powers.
Yeah, and now interesting thing is, can we say word that all the objects of your senses are in the refrigerator and the refrigerator is looking at them?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about this refrigerator. It's not just holding things and keeping them cool. It's looking at them somehow, okay?
Yes.
All right. So if I see a red apple, where is it in this school?
In the fridge where it should be.
Which is in my own mind, okay? I'm watching my own mind, okay? Cool?
It is my own mind.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, what's this part of the storehouse consciousness looking at? It's looking at suk da ti ro rekcha. Be careful with the suk.
Visible form.
Good.
Hearable form. Smellable form.
Yeah.
Tasteable form.
Yeah.
And tactileable form.
Yeah, so basically if you're eating a donut, every detail of the donut is in your refrigerator, right?
Yes.
Your refrigerator's watching it, okay? Those 5. And it's also watching the semchen.
Oh, isn't that something weird? Because Maitreya used semchen. Yes.
I don't know, but what's it equivalent to is the one, no.
Yeah, we had it. Lord Maitreya used semchen, and Jason Kopp was taking it from him to me.
Okay. So what's the second of the 3 parts of what this mind, the refrigerator is looking at?
The sense powers.
Yeah, your eye, your ear, nose, tongue, body. Okay, the 5 sense powers are also being watched by this mind. And here's a hard one. Let's start from Bakchak and go backwards, okay? The Bakchaks.
The propensities.
For Ngumba Shemba Ing.
For Abi attachment.
Yeah, or for believing in something that's not there. About the Ngonyi.
The very essence.
Of the self and things, okay, the stuff and the things, which are just exist in Kuntak, in your imagination, in this school, right? Okay. All right.
Okay.
We good?
Yeah. Isn't Kuntak that's taught ones in Prasangika? Things that are taught to you?
Yeah, learned. Yeah.
Yeah.
In this school, it's gonna be like, I don't know. What's Kuntak in the mind-only school?
Kuntak are those things that
Fantasy?
are in name only.
Or imaginary, yeah.
Mhm.
So fantasy is pretty good. Okay. Meaning a fantasy essence to these two things. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Now, the second thing he promised us is to tell us what's the aspect of this state of mind. What's it thinking? How is this state of mind thinking? It's called aspect. Okay. Number. Here we go. Number 2. Please read.
Number nichi te tak nangyang rangi kyang minge la jesu ngepa yangjen minupa.
Yeah. What's its aspect? The n and the j, nung.
The appearance of the world and its contents.
Yeah, the world and the people living in the world, they appear to the state of mind, but it doesn't.
Ascertain them.
Right. And even afterwards, it cannot.
Remember what it ascertained.
Good. Yeah. And this is not the verb. This is not the word for memory, but it does mean it here. You can't pull it back. You can't
Recollect.
recollect it. Yeah. Okay. All right. And we're kind of getting, into this, right? It sees, but it doesn't know. What's that mean exactly?
I don't know.
Oh,
Just
here,
awares?
I took a sentence from your translation, okay?
Good.
Because this part was confusing for me. So here's a sentence from this translation. And maybe Christina Catholica would like to read it.
Okay. I think do we
Yes,
put it?
sir.
In English.
This part of foundation consciousness sees both of these aspects, the sense power and its object, meaning that they appear to the mind. Nonetheless, it does not know them in the sense of perceiving what they really are.
Yeah, so that's a little bit different from what he said, right? This nge doesn't mean perceive here. It means perceive what they really are, okay? So it sees colors, it sees shapes, right? It sees people, but it doesn't realize that they're what they are, which is part of the mind itself, okay? Cool.
Like no discrimination?
It's like you see something, but you don't get it. You hear, it's like everything that Xiaoping ever says to you. You understand it, but you don't get it.
So the Kunchi has Marikba?
Oh yeah, that's coming next. Yeah, for sure.
Geshe-la, doesn't this mean that it doesn't name them or label them or assign any function to them?
He just said it doesn't know in the sense of perceiving what they really are, which the basic story is it doesn't understand that it's looking at itself. It thinks the things are outside, which is the Gakcha in this school.
So that's number 7 consciousness.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, listen, what Stanley just said is sexy, okay? This part of number 8 is number 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of radical. Okay, now we were supposed to study what's its basic nature? Okay. And the question is it good karma or is it bad karma or is it neutral karma? Just to have kunshi, to think with your kunshi. And the answer is word.
Bad karma. Ngoma tripla lung tuma tenching.
Yeah, lung maten.
Yes. Neutral.
Yeah, karmically neutral.
Unpronounced.
In a way that doesn't block you.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the way.
And I went and got your footnote. Okay.
Yep.
I went and got. So karmically neutral. Who's gonna read this? Catherine, Yen, are you translating or are you there?
She's translating right now. Won't be able to.
Oh, I won't pick on you. Losa, Gilsela, you want to read it just for good luck?
Sure. Karmically,
What's it mean that something is karmically neutral? Here you go.
meaning an object that will neither produce a positive karmic result nor a negative karmic result. The technical term here is avyakirta in the Sanskrit and numatsen in the Tibetan, both meaning not clarified. The basic idea here is that if Lord Buddha during his life did not clarify an action as being positive or negative, then it is neutral. Although obviously he did not clarify every single possible action, and this is not a definitive description. For a nice explanation of the unclarified concept, see Gyaltsab J at folios 37A, 37B of his commentary to the Compendium of Higher Knowledge. For the concept of karmic neutrality, see Choni Lama's commentary to the Treasure House of Higher Knowledge, folio 106B, etc. The Sopa. For a good general description, see Jamyang Shepa's analysis of the Jewel of Realizations.
Okay, cool. So you can't say you guys don't know what's karmically neutral. Okay. And there's some native sources if you're interested. That's where we're going to make our footnote from. Now, what's in the core, right? What's that mean, word?
The retinue.
Yeah, who is its trope? Besties, right?
Yep.
Please read.
Okay. Core Torwa Ndushe Sempa Rekpa Ila Chepa He Semchung Nga Kona Tang Chung Pan Denpao.
Okay, it has, I think this is Semki Samang. Anyway, the 5 kind of mental functions that pretty much accompany any state of mind. Meaning, while you're having refrigerator mind, you're having sorwa.
Yeah, feelings.
You are doucheing.
Discriminating.
You are sembaing.
Moving the mind.
Yeah, directing your mind to things. You are rekbaing.
Contacting stuff.
Good, you're making contact, especially with the outer world. And yila chepa.
Directing the mind.
Yeah, more actively than semba, okay? So it's always Tsungden with these 5, okay? How did we translate it? Only with the 5.
Oh yeah, only those 5.
Okay. We didn't say always. I think for some reason we said only. Okay, not with other things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, please read this verse to back up Rikpa, Nungdang Rikpa, right? Scriptural authority.
Okay, cool. Te Ke Tuang Tuntang Semchen Tu Nangwe Nampar Shipeni Raptu Keo Shetang.
Yeah, it's weird because he didn't quote it quite correctly, or somebody didn't. Let me see. Dendan Sanjan Dan Namrik. Yeah, he didn't quite quote it the way it really is, okay? Here's the real quotation here, which has the correct number of beats, right? Dun dan sem chen dak nam rig 7, nangwe nampar shepa ni 7, raptu ke wo de dun me 7, okay? Here, dun dan sem chen du 5, nangwe nampar shepa ni 7, raptu ke wo 4, okay? So, yeah, he's being selective. He's just quoting a pieces of it, okay?
Paraphrased.
But what's this piece mean? As Jetson Kappa has, what do you call that when you take a quotation out of context? As he has.
Extract.
Yeah, you can say that.
No.
Okay. What, you know all the pieces here.
Yeah. Ton, in this case means like the things the sense objects.
Good, the 5 sense objects.
And semchen in this case means the wholes, the powers themselves.
Right, the quote person.
Yes, quote person, exactly. And nangwe nampar shepa ni means how those things actually appear.
Yeah, or the awareness which appears this way. The awareness which itself appears as blue, and the perception of blue. Raptuke.
Just happens like that.
It keeps happening, or super happens. Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is what you said is a quotation from what? Utan Thai number chipit sigo chipa. Utan namje.
Discriminating the middle from the extremes.
Written
down by Arya Sangha. Spoken by Lord Maitreya.
Yeah, cool. So that's why, as Word pointed out earlier, we used the word person, samchen, instead of what?
Wangpo?
Yeah, sense power, because Maitreya did. And Maitreya probably had some reason, okay? All right. Now he's going to quote another scripture. Please go.
All right. Sum chupale teni lenpa nam tak tang ne nampar rikpa mi rikpa taktu rektang ije tang rektang nunshe semparden tela chorwa tangyomte teni madrip lungmaten rekla sok pang te shino sheso.
Now, here's the guy who wrote it.
Yeah.
Master Vasubandhu. What's Sum Chupa mean?
The 30 verses.
Good, the 30 verses. And, I added a lot of notes for you to try, so you could digest it easier, okay?
Thanks.
So first of all, there's a perceiver, okay? And there's the objects, the places that it perceives, okay?
Yep.
And you could take this to be the Wangbos.
Okay.
I'm going to make myself a note, in fact. Oops, dang. Where'd that go?
What we were just looking at? Oh.
Yeah, I just messed it up.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Maybe I'm gonna say later, right? Read as Wangbo, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the kunshi is the powers and the places of those powers.
Mhm.
It numerics, but it mirics.
It conceptualizes but misperceives what it conceptualizes.
Doesn't understand. It sees apples, it sees colors, it even sees the tendencies to misunderstand, and it doesn't understand what they are, that they are inside. And it is constantly possessed then of, here's our 5, we were looking for 5 mental functions, right?
Yep.
And they're in a different order here. Why I gave you the 5 from above is one of these has to be interpreted. The Rik has to be interpreted, okay? So you got, let's do the second one. You got discrimination.
Yes.
You got movement of the mind.
Yes.
You got contact.
Yes.
You got directing of the mind.
Yes.
And you have sensation. I think you should read it, which is supposed to be Tsorwa, okay?
Mhm.
Got it? Okay. Well, what kind of Tsorwa is that? It's Tangyong.
It's an upekshik.
Yeah, neutral Tsorwa. And it, meaning foundation consciousness, especially the refrigerator part, is Madjep Lumaten. Okay.
Is karmically neutral and does
Yeah.
not create an obstacle.
Yeah, it doesn't create obstacles for us, and it's neutral. And the Rekpa, etc., are the same.
And the other 5 things we just
Yeah, the 5 friends, the 5 companion mental functions.
yes.
The 5 mental functions that are linked with it, linked in the 5 different ways, right?
Yes.
Those are also Dieplungmaten. Okay, Madjeplungmaten, sorry.
Mhm.
All right. Now, did he get the quotation right? Any number that the number of Bamiri Red that's foundational. Danny Gimbap Chuo Shin. Whoa, what's that last line?
Uh-oh. That's different. That last one says this falls into this like that into the stream.
It flows on like a stream, yeah, like a waterfall. But
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, nice jumbo. Let's keep going. Now that we're confused, let's get more confused. Hey.
This is what you paid for, folks.
You pay $1 for each confusion. Okay.
나는 당대 니당 셴투 주투 메페 박착 나민 기 mikbar 지 단결 셴나.
Okay. And it took me a long time. Here's my attempt at this. Huh?
You mute the mic. Somebody.
Yeah, I was just about to take credit for figuring this out. How can a ripening and a seed which cannot be described as, how can the seed be a ripening?
Right.
You see what I mean? Aren't these supposed to be things that are gonna ripen? Oh no, I'm sorry. These are all supposed to be ripened already, right? They are the refrigerator part, right? Word?
Yes, the
You're telling
refrigerator.
me the seed ripened already?
Wait. No. The refrigerator is the unripened part. Wait, no, you're right. It's the ripened. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody finally asked the elephant in the room question, you know. Wait a minute. If the seeds in the mind how can they be part of the refrigerator? They're supposed to be not ripe yet. They're supposed to be not open yet.
Mm-hmm.
The refrigerator is already ripened.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a very sexy question. What do you guys think? Have seeds ripened already? Have unripened seeds ripened already?
No.
No.
There's two parts to the kunji.
Well, wait. So you are collecting those seeds? Are you collecting those seeds every millisecond?
Yes.
No. I mean, you got seeds in there from 1 billion lifetimes ago.
You're still collecting new ones every millisecond.
Yeah, but what about those old ones? Are those ripened or not?
The old ones. Well, the thing is, we're defining reten. Reten.
Yeah, we are. So we got to be talking about seeds. Somehow it's already ripened, but they're not ripe yet.
Okay, but this is the tricky part, because the reten is not only the ripened seeds, but it's the part that's perceiving the ripened seeds.
Exactly.
So this is, okay.
So, I mean, I had a breakthrough moment when I was reading this sentence. It's like, wait a minute. The seeds in your mind have also ripened in a sense because you're perceiving them. They replicated. They have replicated, but they haven't ripened.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's an interesting question. Okay. Wow. And Tsongkhapa says it's kind of an irritating thing about the mind-only school because those seeds
among many
haven't ripened. Well, they got to be replicated from moment to moment, or they would go away, and karma would have exceptions, right?
Yeah, it would just fade away sometime.
Yeah, they would just fade away. If they replicate themselves, then they must have ripened from themselves, right? From the last, right? Yeah. So it's a very sexy question. And somehow, so what he's saying is, how can you call the seeds one of the three objects living in the kunshi? I understand that an apple is an object living in the kunshi. And I understand that the touch of an apple is an object living in the kunshi. But aren't the propensities different? Okay. Got it? How can they be living in the kunshi? Okay.
Interesting.
And by the way, the key author added this mark, right?
Yes.
To show that we are splitting verses into pieces.
Yes.
Okay. And we could put ... I would add them. I think they're a cool addition. And I think Tsongkhapa, some of the additions have them. I think Tsongkhapa added them also.
I added them.
Good. So we are not messing around with 8A, 8B, 8C. We're just taking the chunks that Tsongkhapa said. And sometimes they're very long and sometimes they're very short. Okay. Now, John Brady, please read this verse. You guys want to come to dinner at my house on the porch, you and Connie?
I don't know if you hear me, Geshe-la?
Yeah, you bring the dinner, I bring the porch. How's that?
Oh, tonight?
I mean, you pick up takeout, Mexican takeout, okay?
Tonight?
No, maybe tomorrow. Let's negotiate tomorrow, okay?
All right, it's our anniversary.
Oh no, forget that. I'm sorry. I'll do it. Let's do it some other day.
Tonight is.
No, tonight's our anniversary.
Oh, well then we can overeat 2 days in a row.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
I think it's aluminum anniversary, I think.
What's that mean? Like -3 years or something?
Yeah, like first year is paper, second year is cardboard. Sabon dednang na yudume.
Wait, go back to the verse here.
Oh.
Daban ki. You can read the English if you want.
Daban ki na don lusuni nan chiamipa datu de.
Okay.
Due to
Yeah.
the power of
So
seeds,
how can you, due to the power of the seeds,
it appears as the locations, the objects in the body. Because of this, they are accepted as objects of its focus.
okay, cool. You see I have a few notes in the next paragraph?
Yes. Few.
That's how easy it is. Okay. Let's read how the key read it, okay? Because they perform this function, their propensities, the seeds, are accepted as being, you can say just called, objects of focus for the foundation consciousness. But it's not as if they actually appear to this consciousness, all right? That's what the key said. Look, the seeds are migyu. The seeds are being looked at by the foundation consciousness. But they are just nominal objects of focus for the consciousness. It's not as if they appear to the consciousness, okay? That's pretty weird, all right? They're in the refrigerator. The mind's looking at them, but it doesn't see them, and they don't appear, okay? Now, let's see how, so Kappa's explanation is more complicated.
Right.
Read the Tibetan first.
Yes, sir. Sabentena ne yultumingyor yang te wangi kunshi namen te ne wangten tang lu wangpo tang tunyul ngai nuchu tu nangwan gyur we na mikbar shakte perna yulgi wangi shepa tei nampa chen tu chungwe yulte minang yang mikbar dupa shino.
Yeah, okay, cool. This is very difficult. Yay!
Hey!
Okay, let's go very slow, which sometimes helps and sometimes doesn't help at all. Sabante nang yultu mingyor. So look, these seeds in the mind, we don't call them objects in the sense that they have given their appearance, okay? They are migyo. They are objects of the refrigerator consciousness, but they never appear to it.
Oh,
and
right.
so we don't mean to say
I see.
they are objects of the kunshi in the sense that they appear to the kunshi. We're not saying that, okay? But te wanki, due to those seeds, the kunshi namen, the ripening, the kunshi which ripens, okay, becomes the place, meaning wangten. Okay, this is a difficult sentence, extremely difficult. Okay, wangten means the physical eyeball. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Or the ear drum. Okay. So the seeds ripen. They become the physical powers where they become the physical matter where the sense powers are based themselves, okay? That's called a wangten, okay? So like the faculty of vision is located in the cells at the back of the eyeball, right? So Kappa says that's why I used the word location. Like back of the eyeball or eardrum, okay? Dang. And they become the lu, which is the, okay? Now, this is very difficult. He says, so Kappa is saying, you know what? I would like to distinguish between the cells involved and the sense power.
Yeah.
Okay, so the location And we had it in your text before, right? Because how could you, if there's no kunshi, how could you touch different parts of your physical body, blah, 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 okay? So the location is the physical eyeball. And the power is what I called in the verse, the body, okay? All right? And then there's the object of these powers and these physical faculties, the eyeball, etc. And that's the world of the 5 objects, the world and people. And they do appear, okay? And I think the root text said cheer, but he said Wena, and that's how he's reading it. Mikpa Shakti. Therefore, we call them object of our focus, object of perception. Why? Why are the seeds called objects of perceptions?
They bring about the other objects.
Yeah,
due to their power.
They create the general body, the sense power, and the object of that power, okay? Therefore, they get to be called objects because they create the real 3 objects.
Even though they're not objects in the sense that the kunshi sees them as objects.
Right, and not even in the sense that they appear to the kunshi.
Right, they never really appear, but they're the thing that makes things appear, so we call them the appearance things.
Perfect, 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 perfect. Yay, word. That head, it must be steaming. Okay. Berna.
For example.
Yuki wang sheki shepate namachendo chue.
By the power.
Now, in general, awarenesses of objects take on some flavoring of that object. It's that Yoga Sutra thing about the ruby on the white paper, right?
Aspect.
So yeah, like in general, Yulki Wanki, due to the nature of this particular object, the consciousness arises in that aspect, in that same aspect, okay? So the nature of the object of an awareness flavors the awareness, okay? When the awareness comes up, the nature of the object, that the object changes the awareness, okay? That changes it, Yode Minangyang, and so therefore, you can see evidence of certain objects in the resulting consciousness, even though that consciousness is no longer looking at the object, okay? Maybe by definition, the object is gone by then. But you see its tracks in the awareness, okay? Cool? Therefore, mikpad, we call it an object based on its effect on the awareness, but it's not that it's looking at it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, when you look at an apple, the apple triggers the consciousness, but by the time the consciousness is triggered, the apple is gone.
The apple that you appled is gone.
Yeah, but the apple's consequences are seen in the consciousness. The consciousness is flavored red.
Yes.
But the object that flavored it red is no longer a mikpa. Okay, technically it's gone. Okay, by the time you're aware you saw an apple, that apple is gone, right?
Yes.
But it has consequences in the resulting awareness, so we call the apple an object of the awareness.
It's made an impression.
Yeah, so if something is responsible for the flavor of an awareness, we can unofficially call it an object of that awareness.
Yes.
And what's the example here?
Seed.
The seeds, yeah, the seeds. The seeds determine the nature of the consciousness. The seeds are gone by the time that consciousness comes out, but still we can say it's looking at the seeds.
Oh, so that answers our question from last time.
Yeah, very subtle, extremely subtle, okay? I'll say it again, by the time you see something, that thing is gone. But we can say because of its effect on the awareness, we can still call it the object, even though it's not there anymore, okay? Cool. And we see its evidence, we see its tracks. It leaves tracks in the awareness. The awareness looks red, the awareness looks round. So we call the apple an object of the awareness, although it's already gone by the time the awareness arises, okay? The awareness bears its marks. Cool?
Yes.
It's a little more complex than the way.
A little?
So you're gonna, sorry?
A little?
No, so look, you guys, the key was a key to the door of the treasure chest, right?
The room is huge.
Yeah, the room is huge. And, you know, the key's gonna help us, but the key doesn't cover everything. And that's why we're translating both of them, okay? And we're gonna publish the key alone, just to get people lulled, they understand it. And then later we're gonna hit them with the real commentary, okay?
As we were lulled.
Geshe, can I ask a question?
Yeah, but one more thing. The author of the key did his job, didn't he? He didn't say this is the treasure chest. He said, look, I'm giving you a key. You use it to figure out the treasure chest, okay? Yes, Stanley.
Thank you. So in that example, when you say the apple, when the mind take the aspect of the apple might not be there already. But in this example, the apple as an object did appear to the mind. But in that sense, it's not matching the seed idea because the seed didn't really appear.
That's true. Yeah.
So is there?
We can
Okay.
see we can see the footprints of the seed in the consciousness that comes from it. That's all.
But then, is there a possibility where there is object which doesn't appear, but still the mind can take aspects from the object?
Yeah. That's a pretty, in fact, Nagarjuna would probably say it has to be that way. Objects don't trigger consciousnesses, consciousnesses trigger objects. That's Nagarjuna's big breakthrough, you know. I'm creating the husband's not triggering my awareness of him.
But if we take it to middle way, then every normal object, like the sense power itself, is like that.
That's true. But the point here is, you always see in an awareness some qualities of the object that it had in the past. You know, that's the point. And you can be a detective if you only see the awareness. You can kind of guess what its seeds were. And in that sense, you can say that that awareness was looking at those seeds, but it wasn't, okay?
Yeah.
It was affected by those seeds. It wasn't really looking at them, but it was, what it became was determined by those seeds. So let's call the seeds an object also, but they're not a seed like the sense powers and the object of the sense powers, okay?
Yep.
And it's extremely confusing to throw the seeds in with the blue color and the awareness of the blue. You know, it's confusing to throw the seeds in there. And Jetsun Kappa is defending himself, you see? Or he's defending Vasubandhu, really, okay?
That's time again.
Okay. Now, okay, now, this is a huge question. In fact, the monastic textbook of Serome about the mind-only school is devoted only to the one question, which is really frustrating. It's not a textbook on the mind-only, it's devoted to this question, okay? Why would there be a formless realm if all you need to see form is some stuff inside your own mind? Okay, then why would there even exist a formless realm? You just got to have a few bakchaks and you already got a realm. The realm was never anything else. So everybody has bakchaks, everybody has mental states. Why should anybody go to a realm where there's no form if form is coming inside your refrigerator?
That's true.
It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
Next time. I used to wonder why they were so hung up on this question. Now I see why. Okay. Okay, let's do it.
Sashi bugi chokshi me tokram Rira blingshi nende yambadi Sangye shindu mikte ovar Joku namdak shingla jupasho Idam guru ranamanalakam niryatayami Gewadi kewoku Sunam yeshe tsokshi Sunam yeshe lejong Tampa kunito parsho.
Woo! It's gonna get harder. I'm warning you.
Thank you, Geshe-la. This is very cool.
Thank you, Geshe-la. That's amazing.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Virtual class.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you. Oh, and thanks to
Thank
Wade for doing a Q&A right after this.
What?
Yeah.
No.
You guys are doing Q&A. I'm going to the refrigerator.
No, there'll be no questions on the Mind Only School in the Q&A.
Fair enough. Happy refrigerator hunting. Oh, Amelie's.
Geshe-la, no, don't go.
To the refrigerator.
Yeah, you go to the refrigerator.
I deserve it.
There you go. Good job. Thank you again.
Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye.
I love you.
Tomorrow.
Hey.
Love you too.
Thank you.